When it comes to women, we often think of concepts such as weakness and dependence. People divide the world into two genders, male and female, and now we have a third gender. This comes from a limited human perception through the concepts. We need to understand that our entire perception comes from the senses. Perception is a sense organ that can only perceive something if it has something to compare. So the moment you perceive through the senses, you have divided existence. So due to this division, our mind is also fragmented and separate. This will limit the mind. Your wisdom we call male and female. In some other places we call it female and male, or Shiva and Sati, or in some cultures we call it male and female differently. In general, these concepts originate from the characteristics of negative energy and positive energy in humans. These two energies are always balanced and support each other. The sad thing is that the world today values men but ignores sex. We value strength, power, and domination more than softness and flexibility. But people forget that women also have an extremely powerful source of negative energy that we need. So this video will talk about the topic of how to unlock the negative energy inside you. This will be the key to mastering it. Keeping secrets helps you move towards health, prosperity, and personal wisdom through preserving female sexuality and transforming it into spiritual energy. Ancient practices will explain to you the immense benefits of female genitalia. You will have a completely new perspective on women, who have often been assigned the word weaker in the past. This video is not just for women. It is for everyone to be able to balance the yin and yang energy inside themselves. In the video, we will talk about the valuable benefits of yin energy in the female body specifically, rather than female sexual energy. And as usual, at the end of the video there will be an extremely interesting meditation story about Tara Green Bodhisattva. Please join us until the end and you will know the secret that can awaken the whole its energy potential. Retain what is the essence of strength within and nurture your endless creative vitality. Let it arise in your body, circulating with breath and awareness to bring insight into happiness and gender equality. Women possess an extremely precious gift of energy that shines from the dark abyss of knowing this divine nature and following the path of a goddess fully embodied in the core of your life will reach the divine gate of spiritual power. Female sexual energy is an important aspect of women's spirituality and health. It is not only related to fertility but also affects their mental and emotional state. Female sexual energy is often associated with concepts such as the womb and Sati, the goddess of strength. In Eastern philosophies such as Tantra, female sexual energy is seen as an extremely sacred source of creative power. It is not only about creating life, but also about maintaining balance in health and other aspects. Internally, modern research has also begun to pay special attention to female sexual energy and its role in the development of women's health. And in the spiritual field, methods such as yoga, meditation, and practice concentration can help improve the flow of this sexual energy, helping women create the power to connect themselves with the universe around them. 1. Yoni's celestial gate, where all life enters the world. The female body is not simply reproductive biology, but your sexual center is connected to you, the profound creative power that creates the universe. When you retain and circulate your sexual energy, your being becomes a vortex of energy capable of receiving divine inspiration directly from the source. But most of us have no awareness of existence of this Yoni gate, let alone its mystical meaning encoded in the human mind. Tantric traditions reveal that this powerful energy center governs our physical and mental health through self-cultivation of the senses and consciousness. The gate of infinity blooms according to the natural rhythm of the universe, humming like a finely tuned musical instrument with broken strings resonating throughout all existence. Women hold the key. locks the happiness of the entire world within us, and it is time we reactivate it through regulated breathing and meditation. These practices have been around for thousands of years. You can unlock profound benefits for yourself and the world around you. The Yoni Gate has been of interest since Paleolithic times as the embodiment of divine creativity and fertility power by ancient peoples. Knowing it as the source of all life and honoring its sacred mysteries through artistic rituals, the first figurines of Venus depict the openness of the Yoni's celestial lotus, which represents the vase receptive through which the soul creates life. Tantra also teaches techniques to open its spiritual petals through breath regulation and visualization. By honoring its divinity, you can adjust your yin and yang energy to the flow of love and creativity. 2. Goddess of Strength. Shakti. In Tantric and Yogic literature, the word Shakti in Sanskrit means strength or energy. It is often understood as a manifestation of creative power and is often represented by the image of a goddess or mother creator. Shakti is not only a manifestation of the female reproductive system but also the principle of transformation and evolution of all life. In Hindu philosophy, Shakti is often seen as the consort of human Shiva, symbol of the still and never-changing spirit. The union between Shakti and Shiva is like the yin and yang union in the universe. Shakti is closely related to the female yin energy of Tin and represents the power of for women. When the Shakti energy in the female body is circulated naturally and strongly, it will create balance not only within the woman but also create balance with heaven, earth, and the universe. Please keep it. Your feminine elixir restructures your entire physical body. Your Yoni Gate will bloom with ripples of life as you walk your spiritual path. Never underestimate the feminine energy within you. Transmits. Taoism also points out that women's sexual energy must be conserved cyclically to achieve balance with heaven and earth, while men's energy is directed outward like a straight arrow. Femininity is a whirling circle that moves inward like a tornado. Ancient texts also explain that a woman can completely absorb the hormones concentrated in each egg. This biochemical change is alchemy, is described as powerful electrical sparks, while modern norms pressure women to expend their sexual energy consciously and unconsciously. Buddhism encourages it to remain dormant. The highest form of Tantra also says to say no to sex, to learn how to use your body and mind fully by circulating this creative energy, to consciously stop having sex and control your ability to regular dehydration rebalances hormones. You can send your powerful energy throughout the body, enhance confidence through feminine embodiment, ignite the fire of desire, and deepen the path of spiritual connection, while male sexuality focuses on a linear rush towards climax. Your feminine energy blossoms through the ability to absorb and connect directly to the light, so you don't need to control the desire that shoots outside like the 5 realms. Simply maintaining and spreading this feminine energy through the nerves, a profound transformation opens up expanded awareness, revealing the true mystical nature. You become the embodiment of the feminine, the divinity that creates and sustains the divine energetic reality of your body. Is the path to perfection. Sage integrate this wisdom in the enhancement of your mind's power and unlock your highest destiny. Through the conscious retention and circulation of female sexual energy, meditation techniques allow a woman to experience long-lasting, full-body orgasms while the hormones remain conserved and infused within the sexual energy. Blessing activates the nerve glands that open the path to connect oneself with cosmic consciousness. Today's society believes that the male seed should be liberated, but tantric teachings explain that the male sexual energy capacity, the feminine and feminine, are both designed to be cyclically preserved and directed within the body to maintain and nourish the human life force and vitality, which unlocks enormous spiritual and energetic benefits through consistency in the practice of transforming. The creativity concentrated in each egg in the ovary can be exploited to prevent electrical discharges. during sexual intercourse that alter the biochemical activity in the body of those who this conserved hormone nourishes itself in a self-regulating cycle that further enhances your health and unlocks spiritual gifts. Tantric and yoga masters teach that the fluid in a woman's ovaries contains a world of concentrated life force extremely large compared to the sperm of men. Each egg contains a blueprint for a new life, so possessing many hormones containing the nucleus element will carry exponential spiritual energy. Preserving this essence helps you maintain health and wellness. The body's internal circulation becomes rejuvenated and you will be full of vitality, and your path to progress on your spiritual journey will be greatly expanded. If you agree with these great benefits, please share your opinions below the comments section of the video. We promise to read and respond to you. The strength of female sexuality is considered a place containing divine wisdom, a place as empty as the nature of the universe. Through the practice meditation and self-discipline, hold the key to unlocking your highest potential. But first, break the rules. Using sex as a way to revitalize yourself is just a disguise. Social entertainment. Reclaim your sovereignty. Reject the unconscious waste of sexual energy. Don't tolerate social restrictions that downplay your sexuality. You are the medium of the Creator. A mortal body contains the energy of a goddess. No force can take away the right to develop yourself when within you there is consciousness. Ancient priestesses saw the sensuality and femininity of them as the source of wisdom and not of hedonism. Regain this knowledge through the practice of meditation and directly experience the benefits of meditation, bringing about developmental activities on the spiritual path that will be in accordance with the cosmic currents within. You should listen to your own wisdom and walk on the path of self-illumination to become the highest embodiment of yourself. The next story we will explore today is the story of Green Tara Bodhisattva. In the Tibetan Buddhist tradition, many people may have known a bodhisattva called the Bodhisattva I was born in. It is a very famous bodhisattva in the form of a woman according to Buddhist scriptures. The Tara Origin Sutra has recorded that Tara was originally a nun named Yashodawa who practiced during the time of Avalokiteshvara. Dawa practiced for countless lifetimes and accomplished many immeasurable merits and endless compassion. Always helping sentient beings escape the sufferings of samsara. Bodhisattva Tara was once a princess born in a kingdom called Convergence of Light, and this is the story of her transformation into a bodhisattva a long time ago. In ancient times, there was a princess born named Ari Tara, the only princess in this kingdom whom her father and queen loved very much. Her father and queen both had very kind hearts. And rich in compassion since birth, Princess Ari Tara has shown to be a person who is more intelligent and agile than others, exploring knowledge in all forms, being fluent in many languages and understanding every field from literature, art, poetry, to the mysteries of the stars. Her only close friend was also the teacher and scholar that her father had invited to teach her. He was a man who deeply respected virtue. Buddha and studying Buddhism, this ideology deeply influenced Princess Ari Tara. After every lesson, he promised to tell a story about Buddha to the princess. Hearing just like that, the princess grew up one day out of curiosity. Learning about Buddha, Princess Ari Tara told her teacher that she wanted to go to the place where Buddha was worshipped to directly pay homage to him, and so the princess and her old friend went on an adventurous trip to the Buddha. Left the palace to a sacred temple in the suburbs where she met the Zen master Bodhisattva Avaloka, who later became a famous bodhisattva Avalokiteshvara, and was fascinated by Avaloka's teachings, so she asked to stay. She returned to the temple to learn meditation and practice Buddhism. After that day, there was a strong urge from within. She regularly went to the temple to immerse herself in meditation and Buddhism. She came to make offerings to the Buddha in this temple. And she also made a lot of effort to study meditation with other male disciples at the temple. After just a few months, her ability to meditate and her level of Buddhist Dharma increased very quickly. The wisdom she achieved, it can be said, no less than the monks at the temple who practiced for many years. One fateful day, in the melodious sound of drums at the sacred shrine, with unwavering devotion after she was immersed in meditation, she said a prayer that may all sentient beings free themselves from suffering and enjoy peace and happiness, truly enlighten themselves and become Buddhas. With this intention, her fervent prayer echoed throughout the sacred shrines in the temple. The temple seemed to have a small earthquake moving under the ground. The disciples there and Zen Master Avaloka all knew that a Buddha was about to appear here. The princess walked out to ask the temple. In boundless peace and serenity on the way back to the palace, a monk sensed the change in her and immediately approached and said that the princess had indeed had a wonderful day today. Days of intense practice, and has accumulated immeasurable merit, which is truly worthy of congratulation, but the brother would like to advise the princess that in the next meditation session, please send a prayer to Buddha, hoping that he would liberate you from the next world. In my next life, I became a man so that I could become a Buddha to liberate all sentient beings in the world. At that time, there were very few women who followed the path of practicing Buddhism. Most of the people who came to the temple to practice are also only men, and the princess is the only woman who comes here to study meditation. After receiving this unexpected comment, the princess stopped for a few seconds to reflect. With superior intelligence and quick thinking, she chased after the monk. That brother and calmly replied that in this world there are no humans or subjects with a sense of self. The concept of man or woman are just names assigned by people without any self. Therefore, relying on the meaning of these words for enlightenment is a wrong idea. Also, because the minds of worldly beings still cling too much to their own gender and external egos, in the end, only brought suffering and confusion. When the senior brother heard that, he knew that in her heart, at that time, there was only boundless compassion and compassion for all sentient beings, without any other thoughts other than the meaning of this sentence. Sung Chu wants to tell us that there are no men or women who inherently exist in the same gender as humans. It's all just a matter of existence. Phenomena created by the mind do not exist in their own right. The more we cling to these concepts, the more we increase our arrogance and decrease our wisdom. And compassion within the Prajnaparamita Princess Noyat continued to tell that brother that she was very satisfied with her female body and that she also had a strong desire to achieve Buddhahood as a woman later. After saying this, the brother felt very satisfied with this answer and was extremely impressed by the wisdom and compassion that the princess had achieved. The next day, the story reached the ears of Zen Master Avaloka as follows. As usual, after the end of the meditation session, the disciples and the princess would sit back and listen to their respected teacher answer questions during the practice process. One disciple asked the Zen master, "Dear journeyman, enlightenment and becoming Buddhahood must only be achieved by male disciples. Can women achieve liberation to become Buddhas?" The celestial master Avaloka smiled and replied that Buddha once told us to walk on the path of enlightenment to become a Buddha. There is no gender discrimination, male or female, rich or poor, rich or humble, all have equal opportunities on the path to practice personal liberation. However, nature has given us male and female genders with unique characteristics to create balance and harmony with each other. The strength and positive body can help men progress faster in their journey. On the contrary, women with negative energy and weakness will face more difficulties in this journey. But once women are determined to practice, women will develop many times faster than men. This precept was due to their patience and flexibility similar to the flow of nature. After hearing these things, the princess spoke up in the presence of the sacred Buddha and witnesses. Of you and more than 100 of my fellow monks, I make a vow that from now on until I attain enlightenment, with unwavering devotion, I will always take the form of a woman and become a female Buddhist to guide and help others who are looking for liberation. Touched by the words that the princess once made a vow, everyone present saw in her an extraordinary strength, an inner force as steady as mountains like nothing else. It is possible to transform a woman who is weak on the outside but has an inner strength that appears to be extremely great, even greater than the strong male warriors who step onto the battlefield and everyone admires them, showering them with compassion and strong determination. Her practice was strong after that. She started meditating and entered a state of deep meditation and attained arhatship. The brilliant aura that surrounded her during the meditation made the Avaloka predict that she would quickly achieve enlightenment and she will become a Buddha in the future. Having gone through a life of many ups and downs, overcoming many adversities and many reincarnations, we all have the body of a woman. She is still contemplative and she persistently practiced towards liberation and finally achieved enlightenment and was respected and revered by people as Bodhisattva Ta-Ra-Zan. The reason why I am called the Bodhisattva Green Tara is because after taking the vow to follow Avalokiteshvara Avaloka to save all sentient beings from the sea of suffering and witnessing the endless suffering of sentient beings, she fell. Tears blue tears, so the Bodhisattva Tara Green appeared in many incarnations as a female Bodhisattva, one of the famous Buddhist deities who removed the obstacles of the precepts of faith to walk on. We hope that you all will enjoy today's story about the Bodhisattva Green Tara and that it may bring you great encouragement and inspiration on your path of spiritual development. Thank you for joining us on the journey to the end of this video. If you find anything useful here, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel to receive the latest information. Share this video with others. They all benefit from this message, and don't forget to leave your comments below in the comments section. Your connection helps us have more motivation to continue sharing other more valuable videos with the community. Did this video of ours help you find what you wanted? Please support our creator team by clicking the thanks button below the video. We really appreciate this because it helps the channel a little ours very much. Until we meet again in the next video, wishing you all good health, peace and happiness in life.